Last time on T-REV.
This footage that's being released, do you think it's authentic, being there's no verification to it, or no validation? Nobody came out and said, well, this is the footage. But what are your takes on the footage that dropped?
So my take on this new footage is I just don't know that I trust it or that it can be believed. And even if it is authentic, which there's really nothing to tell me it's authentic, I'm really leaning toward the other position. It's just not positioned correctly, really, to see what we're looking at. I actually posted on Twitter the line of sight, how far it was away, so people could see that I don't believe that's the parking lot that we're looking at. And also, if you look at the probable cause affidavit, it's very specific about how they believe Brian Kohberger in his Hyundai Elantra did 3-point turns and did his drive-bys. It's super specific, and I think it's based on other video.
Will the medical examiner be able to tell if all wounds were 100% made by the same weapon?
So we don't know because the ME never gave that specificity, but certainly it's implied. It's implied throughout the probable cause affidavit that it would be the same weapon, but it's not specifically said. So I always try to stay away from what is 100% known from the words that were said and what is implied. And if I say something that's implied, I'm going to let you know. So I believe, based on my training, experience, similar crimes, all that we know, I believe it is one weapon, one perpetrator.
One weapon, one perp. You got
Oh yeah, we're over here muted the whole time. I'm over here reading and all types of stuff, getting smacked around by Sosa, and we are muted the whole entire time. Oh my God. Anyways, I'm gonna go back to it again. Muted. I'm over here. I just shouted out like 100 people and was reading sentences and all different types of stuff, and we were muted. Oh well, we'll take it. I love it. It's called regular errors. I'll take it. I'll take it on the head. Sosa, stop beating me up. Sosa's over here beating my ass. Sosa's over here working me. He's like, Sosa, chill. He's like, give me a treat. Sosa, stop. You already what? He's over here whipping my butt. My bad on no sound. My bad. My bad. Shout out to everybody in the chat though. BB, Leanne, Hala, Patty, Danielle, Maris. My bad. We can't hear you. I see it. My bad. We're good though now, right? Tell me we're good. Give me thumbs up. Give me something. Thank you. Okay. All right. I see you. We're good though, right? All right. Let's jump into it. Like I was saying, my bad about no sound in the beginning. Me talking to myself completely and reading a whole entire sentence and, scrolling down to show you the rest of this document. What I was trying to say before Sosa was beating me up and I forgot to unmute myself. I'm blaming this on Sosa. I'm just kidding. But what I was trying to say is this document here I seen it floating around on Twitter. Now, I don't know how this document even got out, but I do want to talk about it, right? Okay, so you can't hear me. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. We back. I'll take the L. It's all right. It's all right. The whole time talking to myself, reading out loud. Let's go. All right. So look, it says, good evening. I am writing to let you know that the defense has no objection to the university proceeding as it sees fit with the residents on King Road. Previously, the defense agreed to release the property. Upon communication with the university, we were asked to weigh in on demolition of the premises. It says, we appreciate the accommodation of the final walkthrough. After the walkthrough, our team has discussed the demolition of the premises again and have no objection. So, Ann Taylor, I don't know where this came out at, but when I first seen it, it was on Twitter floating around this email. Now, I don't know if this was tell me. I didn't see this in any document, so I don't know where it came from. But again, it goes, good afternoon, Kent. We have discussed this among ourselves and with the investigation leadership and have no objection to you or to UI proceeding as you outlined. As you know, the court has already released the scene from law enforcement custody based on the stipulation of the parties. It says the scene has been substantially altered from its condition at the time of the homicides, including removal of the relevant property and furnishings, removal of some structural items such as wallboard and flooring, and subjected to extensive chemical application, creating a potential health hazard. These are some of the reasons that we have concluded that a jury view would not be appropriate. Now, like I said, I don't know where the heck this came from. I don't know who leaked it, but it's out, right? Who is leaking all this stuff? What's going on, Susie? Who is leaking all this stuff? It's just pretty weird. He said your show isn't even awesome in silence, Jeff. What's going on? Shout out to Jeff, man. Jeff kicked butt on the first clip that we showed, which I just showed at the beginning of this. It's the first clip we created, man. Shout out to Jeff. Like, this was killer. This was killer. I thought you did a great job. So now my screen is just not presenting what I wanted to present. So let's go back to that. Full audio. Okay, back. There's another clip I want to show you that I enhanced because a lot of people, the fight and the argue, the talk of town is the footage fake? Is it real? Is it? So we went, well, Discord went and matched up certain parts of the audio, and you can hear the same sound right here, which I'm gonna pull it up right here. Okay, there we go. So listen to this. This is from the Banfield. This is from the same time at the Banfield. I think it's 3:12. They clipped this and put it in Discord yesterday. I downloaded the clips and I turned them up. Sosa's trying to tell you that you were muted. That's funny because he stopped smacking me and went and laid by the door after I unmuted myself. Crazy, right? What's going on, Grandma Parade? Or I say Grandma Parade, Grandma Pride. Night Nurse, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you for coming by. Yes, all clear. Terry Papp in the building. Shout out to my 973 family. We good now. All right, let me scoot down to some of these comments. Warrior of Lifetimes, thank you for joining. I appreciate you. Make sure you join the Discord. Come in there and chill. Hold up, there's something I need to fix that I forgot about. And we are fixing it right now. Just for now. Till I figure out that situation. But anyways, of course, the defense wants the house destroyed. Defense wants house taken down so Ann can use it as an excuse on appeal. See, that's the thing. I don't know why they're not seeing that. I feel the same way. I feel the same exact way. What is that, Quactus? I'll say it just like that. Quactus. What's going on, Quactus? I feel the same way you do. Thank you, You Smell Jealous. I appreciate you for the support to the channel. Thank you. There's a little, you said there is a little suspicious how it's just got out. Yeah, no doubt. I agree. Kane Scarlet News, 100%. Very suspicious how it got out. How was all this shit hitting the public? Is the defense leaking it? Is the defense leaking this shit? I don't know. That's just what I feel. Let me open this up. I'm gonna let some of y'all call in because I know some of y'all want to call in. Thank you, Pyre Girl, for joining. I appreciate you. Let's get to this. Let's listen to this real quick because I want you guys to listen carefully because the sound on this footage right here that I have on the screen, this sound on this particular part of the video, it's very, very faint, but you can hear it. And I have it repeating on it. So I think I rotated it or not rotated it, but copied and pasted like maybe 8 times so you could hear it. Because, I mean, it's very faint and you'll hear it. It's same from the Banfield, same time. So if you look at the time, it's 3:12 here, right? So let's go to where the Banfield is. It's 3:12 on this one, too, at the same time of this footage. And the sound, you'll hear it right now.
With the front back of the sound.
It's that little. Now, I'm not saying that that's anything from the scene that's going on, right? I'm not saying that. But I do hear that same little screech, and it's so faint on the second footage. It is so faint, like very, very faint. Like you need to put headphones on, and you'll hear that. That same sound right there. Again. Take it if you go to 312 on both of them footages, right? If you go to 312 on both of them footages, you will hear that sound. That's 100%. What's going on? Jeff's driving. Shout out to you, man. Good luck on your show today, man. Good luck on your show. Send me some footage. I'd like to see you jamming. No matter when the trial happens, it's not going to come soon enough. Beautiful Messy. Shout out to Beautiful Messy. Deb says, thank you, Trev and Jennifer. Hi, Sosa, chat, Maz. Yeah, we'll definitely have Jennifer on again, and I want to get more questions answered. You know, I have chatted. I've talked to her, and she's more than happy to come on in the future. She's more than happy to come on in the future. Shout out to Bullhorn Betty. I see you. Bullhorn Betty in the building. What's going on, little leg day? Mr. Sack Attack. What's going on? McLisa Pisces. What's going on? Thank you for coming by. Thanks a lot, T-REV. No problem, Warrior. Shout out to you. I appreciate you coming by. Carrie says, Grandma Parade. Fun name. Yeah, you might as well make it. I done named it now. Grandma Parade. That's how I seen it at first. Hey, T-REV. I got timed out last night in GHI's chat for talking to you. Oh, yeah. He was like, I don't like that creator. Well, I don't like you either, mother frigger. How about that? He's like, I don't like that creator. And he goes, or Gray Hughes is like, I would have challenged Jennifer on her questions. I wasn't challenging her. I was asking her questions from the community, dipshit. Like, what? Are you kidding me? Like, this dude, I went in there because he wrote a comment on the video saying something about the footage. Like, I believe the footage is real. But then he said, somebody said, or Mark Willis, shout out to Mark Willis. I see you, Mark Willis. Mark Willis was like, you and T-REV should do a mashup. And he was like, no, Mark, I'll never with nobody else. I don't like him, or I don't like that guy. And then I happened to be right there, and I said, so I forgot what I said, but then he was like, I would have challenged her questions. You're supposed to challenge her. Like, dude, I was asking her questions. What am I she's not part of the friggin' team. She don't work in Idaho. So what am I challenging? Dipshit. You know what I mean? But hey, it is what it is. She wouldn't be able to use that since she is supporting its demolition unless he could claim ineffective counsel, says Janet Smith. Thank you for the information. Marlena says, I don't understand why prosecution isn't fighting to keep it up. Sign the petition. That's why it's important to sign the petition. We need to be heard. I haven't even looked at the number of signatures that we're on, but I'm going to be pushing that heavy this week. CKI, thank you. I appreciate you. Anybody who wants to call in, 219-885-9693. Phone lines are open. I just popped them open now. And I'll put the number at the top of the screen for anybody who wants to call it. I'm going to be live for a little bit today. I got to do some work after, though. Like, I'm trying to think what time. 4 my time? 4:30 my time? I got to do some work. So anybody who wants to call in, you're more than welcome to. 757 sent from heaven. What's going on?
Hello.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, Travis, Donna.
What's up, Donna? What's the word?
I'm just talking about this house. This house has been, I'm wishy-washy. I got to tell you, I'm wishy-washy. But when I read this, I can't really, even think about who would have leaked that, and if it's even real. But to me, I see what they're saying. I understand what you say about the jury should be able to walk through the house, hear everything, see everything, etc. But then I understand what this letter is saying at the bottom, where it says, they're going to walk in there, floorboards have been taken out, wall boards been taken out. There's been altercations to the house. So, sure, they can see the structure of the house, but we don't know to what degree they took things up, removed things from the house. So will they actually be able to get a accurate impression of the house with these things missing? I've signed the petition. I don't think they should tear it down, but reading this just kind of makes me feel like, it makes sense if things are missing or things have been, moved around or removed. It's going to change I think it can influence the jury in some ways as well, because they really aren't seeing the true actual house as it was.
The sounds or nothing, they're not even going to be able to, I get it being empty. That's not what it's about. It's about doors opening, sounds in the house. That's what I think it would be about. You know what I mean?
I get it. I get that. I mean, I do understand that. And that's kind of where I'm sitting on the fence, because I do agree with that. I agree with the creaking of the floors and when you open a door, can you hear it? And all those things, the sliders. But it's one of those moments where I'm wavering back and forth. And when I saw this, I did see this over the weekend, I was like, that kind of does make sense in some ways. So, but we'll see. I mean, I'm hoping that, there's more people that don't want it torn down. It may be beneficial in the long run, and, personally, I would be fine either way, but it's, if it ends up where they get to keep it, I think that will probably be best, because then there's no second guessing. you know. No, I know. Like I said, I'm wishy-washy. I sound wishy-washy. Don't throw me no hate.
Wishy-washy.
I'm wishy-washy. One minute I want it gone, and the next minute I don't. You know. And I saw where Ethan's, like, I saw something where one of Ethan's siblings lives in a house close where they can see out their window and see that house.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's troublesome. You know, just for the sake of getting rid of it and see it gone, because it is a terrible thing to see. That's what I'm saying. 1 minute I can't make up my mind. But I did see, like I said, I did see this, and it made sense to me, the reason why everybody's pushing to get rid of it. Now, it's just a defense strategy to try to prevent the jury from seeing, you know, up close what really the living conditions were. Sure. You know, I know I'm not making any sense. I'm all over the place, but sorry. That's just where my brain is right now on this.
Yeah, he's in here. Okay.
I just want to send a shout out to Jeff. You know,
Jeff's killing it.
I'm telling you, he's killing it on these videos. They're just awesome. I really think he did a great job. But anyway, those are my thoughts.
Thank you, Donna. I appreciate you calling in. Sorry, so over here going crazy. But it's all right. We're good.
Well, I'm glad I hear you, because this sure was interesting.
Thank you. I appreciate you calling in, Donna. God bless you. Right. I know I'll hear from you again.
All right. Take care.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Shout out to Donna. Shout out to Donna for calling. If you want to call in, 219-885-9693. Sosa's over here tripping on me. Sosa's like, I don't care what you got going on. 662, what's going on? You're live.
What's up, Rev? Your boy Matt.
What's going on, my brother?
How you doing, bro?
You know, hanging in there, man. Hanging in.
I see you live right now. Not feeling too good. They just wanted to drop in and say I went back over all that footage. Wouldn't the footage be of Brian Koberger making his degree turns around the building and stuff? Like, I'm just speculating it, because the other doesn't show him making his 360s or whatever around the college where he was allegedly doing what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a question. And I just wanted to also let you know, you inspired me to start my own true crime channel. With it now, it's called True Crime Studio. So everything I'm doing, you have inspired me to do, bro.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
For real, and I'll take and share all the stuff that you've been doing and stuff like that, bro.
Yeah, shit, man. Definitely email me what you're doing, and I'll pull up. I'll come by and show love.
I'm working off of a phone at the moment, bro, but most definitely I will hit you down with it. But I just wanted to say, you know, you inspired me big time, bro. But
thank you,
I'm
brother.
following your story. I'm following your story, and at this current time, you know, the question. What was the question you had on the chat?
Oh, the question I had up on was, hold up, let me look at it again. All right, 100. I was talking about the video footage that came out, and it's a big argument. What's going on? Do you believe the footage is 100% legit?
I have my doubts, because, as I said, there's no. I don't see where his Elantra had been making those circles by the school. I mean, I'm gonna be in agreement with Miss Coffin-Daffer.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Some people are disagreeing with her. To be honest with you, I respectfully disagree with her. I think this somewhat holds relevance, but if it doesn't, I'll be the first to admit I was wrong.
I agree with Miss Coffin-Daffer, and I agree with you, because, like, I heard voices, but you can't pinpoint if it was him or not. I mean, you have to take and clean all that up just to get, you know, visual audio of his voice it doesn't take but one time. I mean, you got to get the right analysis. So, like, I disagree with the footage.
Yeah, I think you're spot on with that when it comes to you can't really tell. You know what I mean? There's doubt on that footage whether that's him or not in that vehicle. There's doubt, and it's out there.
Did anybody ever think? Did anybody ever think to check the inside of his car, the trunk, underneath the hood, where the gas tank is? Did they even tear that car apart?
That's a good question.
That would be your main source right there. I mean, if you're going to do something kind of like, what's his name? I heard you say his name. It's the other serial killer that just got put in prison. What was his name? Rev? Murdaugh.
Yeah.
I mean, they went through his house, his vehicles, everything. Wouldn't you think they'd do the same with Brian Koberger? They go to his house, they tear his cars apart. I mean, it's common sense.
I think they do that. I think they already have. To be honest with you, I mean, why that'd be like one of the first things you get on top of when you get that vehicle within a month of having it, or you would want to get to it immediately, in my opinion. I mean, right? Wouldn't you want to tear everything down, get checked, and swab everything inside the car, light it up with aluminol, all different types of shit, just to see if there's any type of evidence in there?
Right. So my question is, did they swab his car? Did they tear the seats out? Did they do analysis on the steering wheel? Did they check for any other fingerprints? That's a big pop question. Did they even get a hold of his car? Very, very good, because like they're still questioning. And then I follow back off of your past video, your most recent video. Is there a new point of is there a new person of interest? Is there other DNA? What about the touch DNA?
Right. No doubt. Ain't no doubt about that. I appreciate you calling in, my brother, and I hope you feel better. I heard you say something about you weren't feeling good at the beginning. Thank you for calling in, and I'm glad I inspired you. Email me your channel. I'll stop by there and show you some love. And hey, I just want to put this in there. You know, starting from a phone, I started my channel from a phone and got to like 8K subscribers just through my iPhone 6 back when I first started. So
I'm off of an Android. I'm working from an Android. It's a stupid little Galaxy, but hey, it works. I've got to get my YouTube set up. This phone, I've got a lot of storage issues. So I'm working on getting some equipment so I can really just go and do and stuff like that, because I'm actually using my little partner. He lives not too far from me. I go to his crib once in a while and do YouTubes and stuff, but I have my stuff set private, which I need to open it up. I've got to go back and clean up everything where I was listening to a whole bunch of music. So I'm going to start doing the true crime stuff just like you, Rev.
No doubt, my brother. I'm glad that I could inspire you to do that and bring some good into this world. Shout out to you, brother. I'll hear from you again soon.
I got a question. How do you really get into it and get evidence and stuff? Like, how do you go about doing what you do?
You just got to dive to the internet. You got to dive to the internet, man. All different types of stuff. Email me. I'll throw you some tips. And some tools.
Okay.
All right, my brother. God bless you.
God bless you, Trevor.
Later. Yeah, definitely hit me up. 219-885-9693. Definitely email me, bro. I'll show you some stuff. Show you some programs, all different types of stuff. Yeah, it does cost some money though. I will put that out there. 236, you're in the mix. What's going on?
Hey, from Canada. How's it going?
How you doing?
Good. I've been following you for a while. Really like your content. I saw your interview with Coffin Dapper the other day. I thought that was kind of interesting because I was thinking like News Nation seems to rely on her opinion all the time. And I think I was kind of getting like a little bit unsure if like we can trust just one source, because they always say like, you know, check multiple sources, you know, cross-examine somebody else on the thing. And Yeah, but I actually thought it was really cool of you to have her on and to go so in depth. I was more on like her side afterwards and like seeing her point of view and with her expertise and everything. I think that she made so many good points. But another thing is, I'm wondering, what do you think? What do you think about the Linda Lane footage? Do you think it's real?
100%.
I 100% agree with you. What makes you feel like it's real?
I don't know. Like it just at like circling around those apartments, a white vehicle, and pulling in that white vehicle at that, what is it, 404, 405 there. She pulls in and backs out. I don't know. It looks legit. Not only that, I have a video on my channel that shows Chris McDonough driving straight up to this where this exact fence would be. And if you
I saw
look,
that.
if you look,
it lines up, right?
Exactly. And that's why I believe this is the footage.
100%. I'm with you there. I saw that and it just makes sense as well. I was wondering, like, what do you hear in the video? Because I know a lot of people come in and like call and like they say what they think, but I'm wondering, what do you think?
Like what do I like as far as here? I do hear in the 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. footage that little screech that's at 3:12, and I hear the same sound that they hear in the Banfield. But when it comes to that other footage, I really don't hear much. You know what I mean? Like my ears will tell me I hear a lot of things, but I don't want to jump out the window and say I hear this, that, I hear this, and I hear, you know.
That's like where I'm like kind of like gaslighting myself a little, where I'm like, am I actually hearing this, or like am I not? But yeah, you're right, between the 3 and 4. I mean, I personally, like, I did look through your comments on, I think, one of the original Linda Lane streams, and I saw a comment and someone had left like exact timestamps of where they think that it was Kaylee and Maddie attacked first, and then it went from Dana and Ethan, and then the thuds. It was like very specific, and I like clicked and I looked further, and I don't know if it was because it was already written out in the comments, like, this is what's happening. Like, this person said, like, this is what's going on at this time. I don't know if that's why I thought I heard things or if I actually heard things. Like, I thought I did hear like thuds and whimpers, and to me, like, I don't know, I really like believe in like intuition too. Like, I felt in my gut what I was watching was real.
That's now, did you, in this footage, let's go to the 4 o'clock footage, did you hear what you believe to be thud and whimpers?
100%, like 110%. Like,
when you get a chance, can you do me a favor and send me those timestamps where you think you hear those at?
For sure, I definitely will. Because like when I'm watching that and when I was analyzing it with my headphones on, like, and I looked over it over and over again, there's this exact, like, it's like the span of like, I think 11 minutes, somewhere around there, where I do believe that it happened, and I do believe you can hear it. It's just something like in me, like I feel like this whole case is, of course, made everyone feel like sick and emotional and all these things, but for some reason this specific footage made me feel like that. So you can't get more real than that.
Yeah, this footage I definitely believe is legit. I believe it's legit. I believe it's
what's your source for this footage? Are you the first one to post this footage?
No, absolutely. No. It was surfacing on the internet when I woke up from a nap one night. So I took a nap one night, and then I woke up and I seen the footage surfacing. So I was like,
what a way to wake up, hey?
Yeah, like when I woke up and I seen this footage, I was like, what the heck is going on? I go into Discord and I see everybody having this conversation. I see Papa Sal, he's going on about this footage, and I'm like, am I in a dream right now? Let me wake up. Like, right? I thought I was in a dream, and then I go and check. So I found out where it came from. It came from Reddit. Then it made its way to YouTube. Okay. And then I was like, what is going on? Like, who released it?
Right? Like, there's some things that just like really capture me. Like, and you see something and you see it on your phone and you're just like sitting there with your hand shaking, with your phone in your hand, like, what is this? Like, this is something.
There's also somebody that walks by too.
Yes.
You seen that, right?
Right. Yeah.
It's on Jeff's channel. If anybody wants to see it, it's on Jeff's channel. Jeff, the video guy. He does a lot of editing. He kills it.
Which channel?
Jeff. He's in chat.
Jeff?
You'll see him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry for taking more time. But,
no, you're good. You're good. I appreciate you calling in. And anytime you want to call in, you're more than welcome to. I'm going to get some more callers in, but thank you so much for calling in and having a voice in the community. And if you think of anything else, you're more than welcome to call back.
Thank you so much for picking up, P. It's been great to talk to you. Another thing is, just really quickly,
go ahead.
There was also a point where someone said that when they saw someone running, they thought they were holding a flashlight and saying shit, and got into the car and took off really fast.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. We'll have to check that out too. Yeah, send me the timestamps, please.
For sure.
Thank you. I'll talk to you soon. God bless you. Lock your doors and stay safe. And thank you so much for being a voice in the community.
I do. Thank you. You too. Bye, man.
Shout out to her. 219-885-9693. Make sure you guys call in. Shout out to her. Wonderful phone call, though. Like I said, pull this up. No, wrong. We got to get this out. What is that without this, right? $337 Sent from Heaven. What's going on?
Hey, T-REV, it's Delana. Hey, Rev Gang.
What's up, Delana? Now tell everybody, because you were one of the main people to hit me up, but I know everybody was talking about it yesterday, was that sound in that video.
Yes, it was that squeak sound, the one that Paige found, and then at 2:54, there's also like a sequence of beeps, like a car locking or something, and you can also hear that on both cameras as well. So yesterday we spent a lot of time with maps and with the footage and trying to put it all together. And the original location where everybody said that camera was at Linda Lane or whatever, that's not the correct location. It's right behind the two Queen Road apartments, those buildings that are stacked back to back or whatever. It's the building right behind that. It's not the one way over to the side that people have been saying. And I think that's where they got that footage from, the car with the sunroof or whatever the heck that was. I don't know. But with that car beep and that squeak noise, and then I didn't ever get to check to see if you could hear the chime from the university clock on the Banfield camera footage. It might have just missed that time frame, but if I could look back and find that, if it had that on there, that would be three things to verify, yes, this footage is correct. And you can tell that we did a little like walk around from the street, you know, and that little fence is there and that parking lot, like it all matches up. So I 100% believe that footage is correct, and it matches with the PCA, and you know, the time frame from 3:29 to 4:20 when BK left. I swear you can hear at the end of that footage his car take off. You can hear just a small little like peel out thing happen. So with all that combined, like I think the defense somehow leaked this out.
So do you? I mean, to think about it, would this be some of the terabytes in there?
Oh, for sure. Oh, and that was the other thing. As we were looking yesterday on the maps and stuff, there's more houses blurred out around that area than there was before. So every one of those houses that are blurred out now that weren't before, there's some kind of evidence there. Why else would they be blurring that neighborhood out, you know? So,
I mean, we put it this way: it's either evidence or it's privacy, one or the other.
True.
And
Yeah.
there's no ifs, ands, or buts. Privacy, or there's evidence, some type of evidence, which would be like cameras.
Right. Yeah, and then when we did the math things and did that all together, when you're looking at the PCA and reading it, and I know I've called in about this before, but it's the evidence, just the video footage and the pings alone seem overwhelming evidence. Like that 51 terabytes, I definitely believe it's all of his routes, many cameras in each town, plus that 2 weeks that they were surveilling him in Pennsylvania. I think it was December 16th until they arrested him. I would think they had him under 24-hour surveillance. So everything that they caught on that footage and that surveillance is going to be included in that. And then a couple other things, like August 21st, they had requested records from his cell phone and stuff starting at that date. Well, August 21st is when he was pinged at their house for an hour and 1 minute. And he leaves there, and 2 minutes later gets pulled over by the Lake Tahoe Sheriff's Department. I don't know if they have body cam for that, but they do have a seatbelt ticket for that. And that's just another thing to show he was there at that time. And what was he doing for that whole hour, And oh, dang, my time's up already? That was so fast.
It flies.
And then him returning to the scene that morning, there's 10 minutes that is, we know he was there, he's pinged, but it's unaccounted for as to what he was doing during that time. We don't know that. It doesn't say in the PCA, but I guarantee you the investigation knows what happened in that 10 minutes.
Right.
Was he in the back tree line? Was he just sitting in his car staring at the house? They got to know what he was doing by that time, I believe. So anyway, my time's up. I had 100 more things to say, but I can always call back.
Yeah.
But I just want to say that footage is, I totally believe that footage. That was a clincher for me hearing the.
Well, I actually plan on doing an open panel this week, and the way that I'm gonna do I think I'm gonna do like open panels maybe once or twice a week, and the way that I'm gonna do it is I'll get 2 people for each one that I do, and I'll bring 2 people up. That way, it's not all crowded and people are yelling over each other. So if anybody wants to be on open panel, just email me, because I'm gonna pick it randomly. Sure. I'm gonna pick it randomly and pick people randomly. So make sure you email.
Perfect. Yeah, and great job with Jennifer Koffendorfer on here the other day. I thought that was an amazing show, and also your Xana tribute for her birthday. That was also an amazing show. You're just rocking it, and I love you all. Love you, Rap Gang.
We love you too, Elena. And actually, Jennifer will be coming back also. So just for people that are asking, she definitely will be coming back. She loved it, and yeah, I can't wait to have her back on. A lot of people have hit me up and was like, "You changed my mind about Jennifer. I actually like her." I was like, "Well, you got to think about it. Every time you see her, she's on like maybe a mainstream platform, but she came down and was willing to talk, to get on the channel and talk to us. And those questions weren't just my questions. I think one of the questions I asked were maybe mine, and that was it. I took the rest from the community that I asked. I said, what questions do you guys want? And I took as many as I could get out, put them on that notepad and asked them to her, which was great to get a lot of those questions from you all out to her, because that's what this channel is. It's the Rev Gang family. It's what we want. So thank you guys for sending in your questions.
I think she appreciated that too, and she just seemed real comfortable and easy to talk to. I mean, it was just a really good interview, so I'm looking forward to her coming back for sure.
No doubt. And also look out for the clips that I'm dropping. There's one dropping today with her, and Jeff has been killing it, and the way that he put the visual together, it's very professional. So like I said, if you ever need any video work or ever, and I'm talking to anybody out there, if anybody ever needs video work, I recommend Jeff. He's worked on commercials. He's a professional in this field. So make sure you hit him up. Thank you, Delana. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you got a great job. Have a good day.
You too, Delana. Thank you. Shout out to Delana for calling, and I appreciate it. 219-885-9693. Yeah, make sure you hit the like button. 750 people. Yeah, make sure you hit the like button. It's free. Make sure you hit that like button. 813, you're on with me. What's going on?
Hello?
Hey,
Do I have to pause? What's up, Itash? Do I have to pause you on the thing?
Yeah, you do. Is this Hendrix?
Yeah, what's up?
I know that voice. What's up?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm just chilling. I've never been on your little live show, so I don't hope I don't fail.
Nah, you're doing great. You sound good too. Quality sounds perfect.
Oh yeah. Oh, are we already live?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we're live. We're live. So 1, 2, 3. The floor is yours for 5 minutes. What's on your mind? Talk to us.
Okay. Well, no, I first wanted to talk about the other caller because she had said something about like Jennifer, not being like you should have more sources. But like after I heard Jennifer's resume, I was kind of like, holy shit! Like this woman is with the FBI gang, the ultimate gang, who knows everything. And once you're in that clique, like you're in it forever. So News Nation doesn't really need any other source. They have her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I just feel like she definitely is the go. If she like if she needs a favor, she's just gonna call her people, and they know. Like the FBI, they know. Aren't they supposed to know everything?
Right. That's what. And the thing is she. If you look at her resume, I get why she breaks things down the way that she does, is because she just has been in the field for so long from a law enforcement standpoint. So when we get an opinion from her, it's not like she worked this case in general, but she's been looking at everything. She's been looking at the documents. She's been taking in all that stuff. So we're getting.
But not only that. I'm talking about when like News Nation says they have a source. I mean, I'm only like speculating, but obviously it must. I kind of think it's her because all she has to do is pick up her little phone and she's in with the FBI and that's it.
I thought the same exact thing before.
Yeah.
I thought the same exact. What you just said is I've said that out loud. I said like who could it possibly be? Who's the source?
Yeah. Who's the source? It's right in our face. Look at her resume.
I've said it and I've thought it and I've still thought it, but it's in general like I don't know. Is she?
Yeah.
Was she? You know,
facts. I believe so.
Did she speculate those things and maybe they talked about that? Or did somebody call in or hit them up and they had an interview with them and they were told information?
Exactly. I feel it 100%. So about your little video clips, I need to get better headphones. I mean, I have Sennheisers, but I don't hear what you guys are hearing. I'm just, and like, so yeah, I don't know about all that. That was really all my call was about the Jennifer thing.
Yeah, it's Jennifer. She'll be back on again, and I'm gonna take a whole different group of questions on the next one that she does come up on.
All right, all right. Well, I'll let someone else call in because that's all I had to say.
Well, thank you, Ash. I appreciate it.
Yeah, hey, don't forget, you need to make the track. I appreciate you, like ASAP, and drop it.
Okay, I appreciate you. Thank you.
I appreciate it too.
I will. I'll do it.
I know you better drop it. I swear.
I will. All right. I appreciate you. Thank you for calling in. I appreciate you. Thank you for being a voice in the community. Knock your door. No, but I really do appreciate you. 219-885-9693. I appreciate you. 951. What's going on? You're live, pal.
My brother, how you doing?
I'm hanging in there. What's going on, Papa?
All right, listen to me. About this video.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I definitely believe the video is real, 1,000%.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I kind of question what people are hearing. Okay? Now, that night, that very first night that I listened and I got in touch with you, I said, holy shit, you got to see this. And what I heard and the timestamps I heard them at made sense with the PCA. In other words, listen to me. 4:05, the prick arrives, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Then at 4:14 and 41 seconds, I heard a dog bark. A dog bark. Now, I'm not saying that's Murphy. I'm just saying I heard a dog bark, and I rewinded it, and I played it again, rewounded it, played it again. I did that for a few hours. I knocked myself out. Then at 4:14, I hear a door slam. 4:14 and 56 seconds, I hear a door slam. That's at 4:14. Then at 4:22 and 45 seconds, someone comes out and unlocks his car with a remote control. And you could see that the lights flash on this guy's car. Again, I'm not saying it's definitely him, but I'm telling you what I seen and what I heard.
Right.
I heard. Okay? Then at 4:22, he unlocked his car. Again, you could see the lights flashing in his car with that remote, that keyless remote. And at 4:23, the prick drives away. And I checked. I looked at what I had down, and I looked at the PCA, what I had down, the PCA, what I had down, and I'm saying, wow, this shit is almost dead on. One of the things I questioned was the timestamp at the bottom of the video. Now, I don't know if Idaho goes forward ahead an hour or back an hour. I don't know if that does that in November. But it made me just question, like, wow, I wonder if this is an hour off. Either way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a lot of shit going through my fucking head. But now listen to me, Rev Gang. This is just what I thought I seen and what I thought I heard. Okay? And none of this shit is going to equal Brian in a court of law. I'm sure the defense is going to say, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? They're not going to be using Jeff's video. Hey, Jeff, I love you, by the way. They're not going to be using his video. They're going to be using probably the video that we looked at when I first called you, the actual video.
You're talking about this one where he comes in and backs out.
Yes.
I have it up now.
Yeah, he comes in and he stops for a few seconds.
And then backs out.
And then he backs out.
And Jeff did make that with an launcher lined up perfectly matched.
I see that, and I love his work. But I'm just saying, are they going to use that in a court of law?
And Papa Sal, you're talking about the one I zoomed in the first night. The footage came out. I zoomed in on that bad boy. Remember?
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. All this other stuff that people are saying, they hear people screaming, and they could see 4 people in a car. Get the fuck out of here. I could hardly make out the car, and I got a pretty good TV. How do you see 4 people in a fucking car?
Who said that? Who the hell said that?
I don't know. It's just a bunch of shit that's going on in chats, and it's just...
Hey, you know what, Papa Sal? We might have a double header today, man. I got some work I got to do at like 4. But we might have a double header. I might be coming on later on and have an open panel when I get done doing what I have to do. I have some work I got to do for the house. There's an emergency that came on again. But
all right.
I think I'm gonna have a double header today, man. I think I'm gonna come on again tonight. I think we're gonna do another live tonight.
All right, go do what you got to do and listen.
No, I'm not leaving right now. I'm just saying.
I want to be around 4. I want to be a part of the panel. It don't have to be right today or tomorrow, but if you're gonna do it once a week. No, I'm gonna do it like two times a week, but it's only gonna be like 2 people, man. Because a lot of people don't know how to mute their mics, and I don't want people. You know what I mean? I need a nice, steady panel of people that respect each other and are able to give each other turns to talk and trade notes back and forth. That's what I need when I do open panels. Well, if you can, keep me in mind for one of them. You know
Absolutely,
what I mean?
Papa Sal, I got
wanna
you.
do it.
I'm gonna keep everybody in mind, and also I've been thinking about on the second channel is just maybe doing a lot of open panels on my second channel.
What do you mean? The spirit box?
No, T-REV, paranormal, and more. It says more for a reason.
Oh, I see.
And more, which means I'll be, sports, whatever I feel like doing.
Okay. Yeah, because sometimes all I hear is.
Well, you better tune in.
But
what did you hear that, Brian?
Sometimes I gotta say,
No, the one that I sent you. I know you heard. I know because
Yeah.
you were like, I even heard that.
Yes, I did.
Exactly,
And
but
one
that
more
doesn't
thing.
stand up. You could never use nothing like that in a court of law. That's just something that I do. I go and do paranormal investigations. If somebody calls and says my house is haunted or this, that, and the third, I'll go over and check it out.
Yeah.
Not
And listen, one more thing about the apartment building. That's exactly what it is. It's a fucking apartment building.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna hear noises and people talking at 3 o'clock in the morning. There was a big football game that day, and you're gonna hear car horns beeping. Maybe the guy was beeping his horn to give his friend a ride to let him know he was out there. It could be so many things. It's an apartment building, guys.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna hear this. That doesn't mean it was sounds you hear from the house.
Right.
And I know my time's up. I just want to give a shout out to Angel Girls, 1980. I love you. I love everybody in the chat. You guys are my family. And again, I'm honored and privileged to be a part of this family, T-REV.
I'm honored and privileged to have everybody by my side. Shit. And I love you, Papa Sal. I love you.
They're great people. Yes, they are. Okay.
I love you, pal. I'm going to talk to you soon.
All right. Bye-bye.
Shout out to Papa Sal. Give it up for him. 219-885-9693. Make sure you call in. Damn, the phones are going crazy today. 623 on with me. What's going on? Can you hear me?
Yes. Hi, T-REV. It's Grandma Patty.
Grandma Patty is here. What is going on, Grandma Patty?
Oh, I just wanted to talk about something that I heard Friday after I talked to you Friday, several callers after that, a lady that called in and said about it was a revenge killing and there were several people in on it. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me tell you why I don't believe that. And this is just my opinion. I'm sure she believes what she believes.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think there have been several people in that house. They would have checked every room in that house. And Dylan and Bethany would not be alive today.
Mm-hmm.
Because to me, it's still him, one person. Because, I don't know, I'm figuring if I had people come in with me to do that, they're going to check the rest of the house. Every room in that house. I don't know how anybody feels about that, but that's what I think. So I just kind of wanted to put in my 2 cents about that.
So you think that footage that it shows from Linda Lane, not the one that's on screen now, but do you think the other one is legit?
Yes. Oh, which one? The one earlier that day at 12?
The one that was at 4, but you see the vehicle pull in and back out, and it looks like
yes,
a
I do. Yes. That first one that you showed, yeah, I sure do.
Yeah, I think it is too.
So anyway, I just wanted to call in about several people in that house committing the crime. I just think they would have checked every room in that house. But that's just my opinion,
No,
from an old grandmother.
Well, I value your opinion.
Okay, well, that's and that interview with Miss Koffendorfer, it was great. And even though I can't get in sometimes and I don't have that chat stuff and everything, I still watch you. You're the only one I watch. So
Grandma Patty, I appreciate you. And I have a question for you. Well, since it's hard for you to get in chat, what question would you want me to ask Jennifer? I know that you said you can't get in chat, so I would like to be fair to you, being you can't get in chat. What question would you like me to ask Jennifer next time she's on?
Well, you know what? I really don't have a question because I agree with everything she has said.
Okay. I just wanted to be fair to you. You said you can't get in chat. I wanted to give you,
Well, because I have a landline, so I can't do all the stuff that everybody else does.
You're such a sweetheart, Grandma Patty.
I will join the 21st century pretty soon, I think. My son's talking about getting me a phone, so
Grandma
I'll be able
Patty,
to do that.
We need the old school around here to keep us in line.
Okay, sounds good. I'll be there.
Grandma Patty, I love you. Thank you for calling.
Okay, I love you too, and everybody there in chat, Papa Sal, Mouthy Mama, all of you. I just love all of you.
I love you too. You
have a good day.
You are such a bright soul. You too, Grandma Patty. Play that piano for me. I love you too.
Okay, bye-bye.
Grandma Patty, man, what a beautiful soul. Makes me smile from ear to ear when she calls her. Damn, I'm tearing up. Look at me. Grandma Patty, man. Give it up for Grandma Patty. Grandma Patty feels like everyone's granny. That's a fact. 219-885-9693. Damn, she got me teared up over here smiling from ear to ear. Woo! Double header, though. Yeah, double header. It'll probably be later, though, because what we got to do is, I got myself into some shit. Put it that way. We got to do some plumbing, but it is what it is. Heather Brown says all Patty sound so sweet. Everybody loves Grandma Patty. Who remembers the time that Grandma Patty called in and had us all crying? That was during the Idaho 4 search for the killer. 573, what's going on? You're live.
Hey, T-REV. This is Nikki.
How you doing, Nikki?
I'm doing great. I actually just finished blowing my nose and drying my eyes. I was on vacation, and I just finished, literally, the interview you did with Xana's grandma.
Yes.
Oh, man, I don't have a question for you right now. I don't have any comments on the video. I just wanted to say thank you for doing what everybody else claims they do or tries to do. You actually do the damn thing. You are so kind and so generous to every victim and their family. I just want to give you a shout out for that. I don't feel like you get enough credit for what you do, man.
I think that when it comes, I know when it comes to getting up here and talking about what we talk about, I don't care what case it is, but being a voice for the voiceless is definitely something that I have to stand by and that I think that I have to honor, because it's just so important that, we talk about the crime, the way it happened and the way that things transpired, but we never talk about who these people were when they were here. And that's very important.
I agree. I so agree. I had seen, I just finally got the gist of this channel, and it's fast become my absolute go-to. But the one I had seen way back in the day, I just seen like the hat, like the tinfoil hat episode, and I was like, I took it the wrong way. I thought you were like making fun of it, and I was like, I'm not watching that show. And then I had seen that you had done an interview with a missing person's family, helping them, and I was like, well, maybe I misjudged. I didn't stay long enough to really get a good opinion. So let me give it a fair shot. Well, holy crap, I was wrong, dude. Like, wow, what you do for these people and the way you tell these stories. I'm not too big to admit I was wrong or I made a bad snap judgment at first, but
it's like, okay.
Man, dude, I mean, you had me in tears with that. I mean, you were absolutely right when you said she was stolen from this world, and I'm getting choked up again. I just want to say thanks, man.
Thank you so much. And you know what? I want to say thank you to you for even giving me a second chance, because, you could come in and see something like me wearing a tinfoil hat, which I'll put a tinfoil hat on when I feel like people are just reaching, but I still like reaching too far, yeah. That's why I put it on. So I call it tinfoil tea time when I feel like people are just reaching outside of what really happened here. It's just something that I'll do. I don't know. Maybe I think it's crazy when people are accusing 8 to 9 different people of committing this murder. Like 8 to 9 people are involved, and all 8 and 9 of them are just sitting there silent, duct tape mouth. Yeah, right. I highly believe that.
I just really respect the fact that you don't devote your time to trying to make some story fit and focusing and giving that attention and that media coverage to, you know, somebody who isn't guilty or someone who had nothing to do with it just to like get something on your channel, you know, like you focus on what happened to these people and you focus on like telling their story and making it right. And that is few and far between nowadays.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you calling in and talking about that. And I'm glad that you watched that interview. And you know what? When we did that interview, nobody donated to Xana's fund at all. Like they were doing it like I think it had like 1,300 when we first had shared it, but nobody was donating to her GoFundMe or, you know, her endowment.
I've never even heard of it. Yeah.
Right. That's what I'm saying. And I didn't even hear of it either until before then. So I was like, you know what? We knocked out this interview. It was an hour and 50 minutes, and it was one of the best interviews I've ever had because I got to know who Xana was as a person. And wow, but she was a great person. A great person. And people made her out to be a drug dealer and all different types of stuff, which I found it to be ridiculous because I could get it if you had some type of receipts to prove that, but calling this young woman a drug dealer with no receipts to prove that she was a drug dealer is absolutely absurd.
It's ridiculous. But I mean, you
that interview had me in tears.
It had me. I was right there with you, man. You could watch any of her actual friends that actually knew her, and when they say she's a friend anyone would love to have and be lucky to have, you brought that out. You showed that, like you gave that life, and I mean, it hurt. Watching that hurt, but it shouldn't be comfortable. We shouldn't be comfortable with this stuff. It should hurt because it's awful.
Very, very awful. And I want to thank you for calling in and bringing a very, very important moment to the show today, which was this is about the victims. This is not about what we think happened or what this, that. And we may speculate and talk about things like that, but at the end of the day, it's about 4 young adults that had a beautiful career ahead of them, that were doing something good with their lives. They were in college. They were going for something better in life. And they were robbed where they felt most comfortable at, and that was their home.
The world was robbed of good citizens that really could have made this place better.
I agree with you 1,000%. And thank you for calling in and bringing that to light.
No problem.
You.
I know you're going to tell me to lock my doors and stay safe. Make sure you block your slider and change your lint trap.
Absolutely. Everything. Make sure, lock your door, stay safe. But not only do that, do an extra. Go around, check your windows. Make sure that if you have a slider, check that. Make sure it's good. Make sure you can't yank it open. Make sure everything is secure. And thank you for calling in, like I said, and thank you for giving me a second chance. I appreciate you. God bless you, ma'am. And I hopefully
well worth it, man. Keep doing it.
Thank you so much.
Right. Bye, buddy.
Shout out to her. Beautiful phone call. Wow. Beautiful phone call. 219-885-9693. I seen, let's see, 3, 4. Beautiful phone call. All right, I turned off Do Not Disturb. You can call in now. That still doesn't mean I disrespect people that vaccinate. I just don't do it because of my son, because they could have killed him. Wow. 409, what's on your mind?
Hi, T. It's Amy from Texas.
How you doing, Amy?
Hey, I'm good. I'm a little bit behind. I have missed your show today and just kind of tuned in. What are we talking about today?
A little bit of everything, honestly. At the beginning, I read a document from Ann Taylor and who was it? The prosecutor, Bill Thompson. So it was some type of leaked email that got out there. And then we're kind of talking about the footage. You know, people are having this argument. Is it real? Is it fake? Is it, you know, just because I had the interview with Jennifer Coffindoffer and she had mentioned that she doesn't think this is real in other sense, but she gave a in-depth definition of why, you know, what she thought and why she thought it.
And I saw that and I thought, first of all, congratulations, because that is amazing that she was on your show and she see what we all see, and that is that you are so respectful of the victims and the survivors, and clearly that's huge to have her on your show. And she's really, really good. People will give her so much hate too, but she always, you know, she doesn't just say things as facts. She does say, hey, I could be wrong, you know, just like you do, and that's awesome. But I did watch her on your show and I enjoyed it. And the footage, I did take the little vote that you did, and I'm still not 100% sure that it's real. And then I've kind of heard some other people say that maybe the audio on it is not real and the footage is real. But again, it's like kind of drawing everything away from the facts of the case.
Mm-hmm.
And it's at the DNA single source, not his DNA mixed with someone else, because the DoorDash driver, someone grabbed the DoorDash bag that he handled. That's what I heard someone say, which is ridiculous. But it was a single source DNA on the snap of the sheath. His pings, which I've come to understand over the last couple of weeks, that's pretty legitimate, because they're going to be able to really pin him like within feet of the house, which I didn't understand all that, and still kind of have trouble with that. But again, it's just, you know, all the things being drawn away from the fact that he's the one in custody. He's the one that his DNA was there, and he's the one that was seen or pinged around the house many times before. And actually, I've been watching a lot of videos about the psychology of him and like how he grew up and everything. And he just fits the profile of someone that would do this, and he's the one in custody. So I really think they got their guy, you know.
Right, and we want to see everything play out, and I mean, we know our justice system. We know it's innocent till proven guilty. We know all that, but I mean, we got to take into accountability what has been put out and what has been leaked to now, and kind of some of the stuff matches up. Like when it comes to some of the footage, 3-point turn. I don't know if this part was it when he pulled in and backed out of that one parking lot. I don't know if that's it, because they haven't verified that this footage is 100% real, but I do think it's legit for some reason.
I think so. The footage, the original footage of him, I think he does 3 passes and then does the 3-point turn, or is it 2 passes?
He does. I know in the other footage he went around. What was it, from 3 to 4? He allegedly went around the apartment building, the Queen Road apartments, 3 times. He drove in circles around it 3 times, allegedly, if that is him.
And he was circling, and allegedly, if it was him, he was circling the area, working up the nerve, just like Papa Sal says. He's like a shark. And then also, I think that he probably could have been looking for lights going out in rooms. Mm-hmm. You know, once he saw the lights go out, then it was go time. I definitely think that footage, it fits with the PCA. I mean, maybe off by a minute or so, but from what I understand, those cameras can be off, you know, give or take a minute or two. So it does fit with the PCA. I think they've got their guy. We will definitely have to see. I do believe they have their guy, and I think that all of this other stuff that's been thrown around is just, you know, muddying the waters from the facts of the case. And again, I know my time is up, but I think it's so awesome how you handle the victims and you know, show the side of them that they were beautiful people, really. The Kaylee's journal entry always like sticks out to me. Very disciplined, sweet person that cared for others, and I know Xana as well, and I'm sure the other 2 as well. We haven't heard as much about them, but they just had their whole lives ahead of them, and this is so tragic. And I'm really hoping they got their guy and that he's going to pay.
Absolutely. And thank you for calling up and being a voice in the community. I appreciate you, and thank you for the kind words. And like I said, thank you for sharing your opinions and thoughts, and hopefully I hear from you again.
Absolutely. I'll lock my doors.
Yes, lock your doors. Make sure, like I was saying before, make sure everything's secure.
Absolutely, T-REV. Thank you for all you do. We love you, man.
I love you back. Thank you so much. God bless you, man.
Congratulations. All right.
Thank you. Love it. Shout out to her. Beautiful phone call again. Nice phone call. 219-885-9693. Make sure you call in. Okay, they've been calling in a lot. Let's call them back.
Hello.
908. What's going on? I see you calling in.
Hey, it's Chris. NJ.
Chris, my brother, what's going on, my man? 5 minutes. The floor is yours. Run it.
I got maybe something that kind of a connection there between an old case. If you remember Charlie Manson murders, with
Absolutely.
the Charlie Manson cult and the family and all that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Sharon Tate.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
If you go back to remember the girl that she was almost like a neighbor, like over maybe a house or two over from the 1122 address,
Mm-hmm.
and she had like they went and they stole stuff out of her car, put her underwear in her cup holder, whatever, and she said that she had furniture rearranged in the house one time when she came home, and she called Koberger. I guess they were friends or something, and he came in and stole cameras and all that. And then Dateline kind of showed that a little bit too in there. I didn't think much of Dateline until Jennifer came on, and Jennifer gave him a little bit of more I don't know whatever you call it, but Charles Manson used to take his followers and have them, he used to call it creep and crawl, and what he would do was send them out to different addresses and then let them sneak into the house, rearrange the furniture, and then leave. And he was having them practice for doing murders.
Mm-hmm.
So for someone that studies criminal justice and everything, it's kind of ironic that, someone will be arranging the furniture in their house and, maybe, and then leaving, and then doing almost the same thing as another crime like that. But, but that's all it's pretty much what I got. I mean, I've been looking through old videos back from maybe 6-7 months ago, 5-6-7 months ago.
Yes, sir.
And I've been looking at stuff on there to see what's going on, but see if I could see anything else. But I wonder if that house is blurred out. I can't even see it on here if it's blurred out or not. I don't know, but who knows? Yeah, he used to call it creep and crawl, and they used to go in there, and then they used to go to random places before they started murdering, and just rearrange the furniture and leave. So they would stalk the place, and that's how they got used to like sneaking in somewhere. That was the Manson. Well, they call it the Manson family. It's more like a Manson cult, but
Mm-hmm.
but Charlie Manson was a piece of shit. But whatever.
A big one.
Yeah. So that's what they did. So it's I don't know. For someone that studies that stuff, maybe he's looking at different crimes over years and maybe picking out little tips from each one and whatever. Maybe that's what he's coming up with, a little bit from each one. I don't know. Just a theory, that's all. Just my opinion. But it's kind of weird to have something like that done, though.
Right.
If you came home and someone rearranged your furniture, I mean, but it's at at the Idaho University. So the first thing you're going to say is, hey, you know, it's probably a prank, you know, a fraternity prank or something. And then, you know, but if you're out of that kind of area, you're going to say, something's going on, you know, someone's stalking. You got to stalk someone to do that. But yeah, we used to call it creep and crawl. But
Creep and crawl.
Creep and crawl, he called it. It was Charlie Manson. Yep, that's how he trained his followers to go and do the Sharon Tate and all the other LaBanca murders, all that.
Yeah,
the Eric Folgers, all that. Yeah. So I don't know. You know, I don't know. It just with the criminal justice thing and everything, it kind of like, you know, I guess maybe makes sense. I don't know. Maybe it puts a puzzle together. I don't, you know, but it's just something I wanted to throw out there for you that I found, you know. If that's true about the girl, she called him because her furniture was rearranged in the house, and he came and did the video cameras, you know.
Oh yeah, I watched that. Why would they talk about it if that they had to get some type of verification from someone for them to talk about it? I mean, I've watched Dateline for years and years, man.
Yeah, I mean, you know, if she was, who even knows if she was the target? You know, she could have been in the woods, parked around the back between the two houses. Between the apartment building and the house, the 1122, and come through the woods and then look for both properties because you could see both of them from back there. So who even knows if that was the intended targets, you know, and everything? I don't know, you know. But you know, I figure I'd throw that out there as something to look at for everyone, and you know, that's all. I know my time's up, so.
I appreciate you calling in, brother. Always good points when you call in, and I always look forward to hearing from you.
Yeah.
Creep and crawl.
Yeah. They call it, yeah. Manson used to call it creep and crawl. Yeah. So
creep and crawl.
Yeah.
Watch out for the creep and crawlers.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So.
Also, panty sniffers. Tina says, I mean, no disrespect, but dudes like that are also panty sniffers. No joke. I mean,
probably
there's a lot of creepers out there that do that. They look through women's windows and watch them get dressed. That's why I tell people to be vigilant, be careful, because there really is evil out here. And all it takes is for somebody to see you somewhere that comes obsessed with you right away. And there's those type of people do exist. And that's why a lot of this stuff happens. And it's important to be vigilant. Watch who's following you. Watch who's near you. You don't have to always, you know, live looking over your shoulder, but you kind of want to always be vigilant. Not kind of. You always want to be vigilant. That's just my advice, because if you can see something that you normally wouldn't, I know you'd be out having the time of your life, having a great time, and you're just having fun, and you don't want to worry about these type of things. But in all reality, you need to be vigilant, and I think that is number one priority for people to do. Especially I know there's a lot of women in here, and you guys need to be vigilant. I don't care what you're doing, or even when you're out with your kids, or you go out and you're shopping in the stores, just watch out who's looking at you. And you know, sometimes people follow you and do weird shit, and it happens a lot. And cases get built because of it, because people have weird fascinations, and it's disgusting. It's disgusting.
Yeah. You don't know. It could be the wealthiest, most area that you feel protected in. It could be the worst area. It doesn't really matter. It happens all the time. And the one thing they tell women with rape prevention, when they used to teach those classes, I don't know if they still teach those classes to women in certain areas or whatever, but they would say to yell fire instead of saying rape or help. They would say yell fire because more people want to come and see where the fire's at. And then there's more people there to help them. You know, if they're being, you know, attacked by somebody, they would say yell fire. But, you know,
Chris, I appreciate you calling in, brother. I'm gonna get some more calls to come in. Thank you so much. And if you want to call back, you're more than welcome to at any moment.
Oh, thank you for calling me back, T. I appreciate it. Great job with Jennifer. I thought it was awesome. And you know, to you and the T-REV family, have a great day. Take
God
care.
bless you, brother.
You too. God bless.
Bye. Shout out to him, man. Great phone call. Chris, as always. Shout out to Chris. 219-885-9693. Hold up. Let's see. Let's see this person.
Hi, this is Ray.
Hey, Bray. I see you called in. This is T-REV.
Hi, T-REV.
How you doing, man? I see you call in. I wanted to give you your 5 minutes. I see. So what's on your mind? Talk to us.
Well, these videos, I've been watching them. I can't tell anything from it. Like at one point, that car looks like it has a sunroof. Then again, it looks like a shadow. And honestly, to me, that looks like a Nissan Sentra, the way the back end is. But whatever. I didn't call about that, T-REV. I just have a few minutes. I wanted to call and tell you that I love your show. Watch it every time you're on, and you're doing a great job. And I loved Jennifer Coffendoffer the other day.
Thank you.
That was a great show.
It was good to get her up here and ask her questions from you guys. Like I said, I took some from the community post, some from Discord, some from email, and tried to scramble them all one together because I know she was on a certain time limit. She had stuff to do that day, but I'll definitely be having her up again. So
yeah, that'll be great because she's awesome. I wasn't so sure about her at first, but then I see her everywhere. And then when I heard that she was coming on your show, I was like, yes. And I really liked the way you did it. But anyway, T-REV, I got to go. I got to go work. And I love your show. And I haven't been locking my doors until I started watching your show. Now I lock my doors every day.
absolutely, lock your doors. Be vigilant because you never know who the hell is creeping.
Yeah. Well, God bless you, T-REV. I'll talk to you soon.
God bless you. Thank you for calling in, and thank you for being a voice in the community. We appreciate you.
Bye.
Wonderful phone call. 219-885-9693. Make sure you call in. Oh, there we go. 951. What's going on? Papa Sal is in the building again. He's got something on his mind. What's going on?
What's going
on, pal? You know?
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean, pal?
I never got a chance to shout out to Jennifer, man. I've always loved Jennifer. Always. Right. She knows what it's all about. And I just want to say real quick that, you know, Chris had a great point. There are fucking creepy people out there, and Manson had his followers do creepy crawling and shit. I know all about.
You know what I forgot to tell you, Papa Sal? We got Brent Kopeka's best friend coming on the live soon, and I will have a date for you guys, or an actual date and time for you guys soon. We do have Darren, Brent Kopeka's best friend, coming on the show, and there's some things that he wants to speak about, so I do want to let people know about that also coming up. But go ahead, keep going, Papa.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Again, congratulations. You're unbelievable, man, and that's why I'm calling back. Just to, I want everybody in the chat to know, you know, I see all the love they're giving me, and I love you all back. And it's hard for me not to get to everybody, but it's because of you, T. You know, you got me going on this. You know, that other caller said that you were an inspiration. Well, you were an inspiration to me. You got me started on this Discord thing. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. You walked me through it, and I love you for it ever since. You know I love you. Come on, T. I mean, I feel close to you. We're close. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I love you.
I love you too, Papa. You got my personal number, so you know.
Yeah, and I love you. I love you. But listen, getting back to what Chris said, let me give you a little, the ladies, a little self-defense thing. You know, around Christmas time, you guys are walking in underground garages and stuff, and I think I heard Jennifer do this once too.
Mm-hmm.
Never walk close to the cars, number one. Always walk in the middle of the garage. Okay, don't walk close to the cars. And if somebody grabs you from behind, the first thing you want to do is pull away. Don't pull away. Push back. Get them off balance. Knock them down. That's what you want to do. Little self-defense things I've learned growing up and stuff, you know. I just wanted to shout out to everybody. Be careful. Be aware of your surroundings. I don't care if you're home, like T says, lock your doors. Watch when you walk to your car. Little things like that could save your life. So I want especially the ladies, you know, I want everybody to be aware. Be aware. Listen, that's all I got to say. I love Jennifer. I hope she's listening. I want her to know I love her with all my heart. And T, you're the best, man. You are the best. Okay?
Ain't no doubt, Papa. I love you too.
Go ahead. Take another call. I love you.
I love you too, pal. God bless you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Papa for calling back in with us. 219-885-9693. Make sure you call in. Somebody said, I don't want somebody's love. It's phony. Yeah, there is a lot of phony love out there. That's a fact. Report suspicious activity too. You never know. Yeah, definitely agree with that 100%. Don't think about it. Don't say, should I? Just do it. 814, you're in the door. What's going on?
Hi, T-REV.
How you doing?
Good. I never get to see you live, so I'm so excited.
Well, I'm glad you caught one.
Yes, me too. I usually watch the replays.
So, I mean, what's on your mind? Talk to us.
Well, the only thing I have to say, living in a major college town, is that, and I obviously have no proof of what's going on in Idaho, but I know what went on in our town, and I don't trust universities. I don't trust the university police, and I don't trust even the town police sometimes for covering up things that the university has to do with. And them wanting to take down this house and agreeing to it, to tear it down before the trial, is a huge red flag to me. So I know you are, I don't doubt that Brian had something to do with this. I mean, allegedly, but I don't know. I don't trust that they're covering something up. That's all.
Yeah, I think it's a red flag to me that they're going to tear it down so fast. Like, leave it up till after trial. I think that's proper respect to the victims' families, in my opinion.
I do too.
And not only that, if you want to argue this also, it's also that you could say for both sides. Right? I mean, like,
right. Oh, absolutely.
But allegedly Ann's on board with it being toward. I just don't know about this. I don't know. I don't like it. I think that they should keep it up.
I do too, and I just think it smells funny. It smells fishy to me that they want to tear this down before the trial. There's no reason to do it. And the families are asking, which is most important. Many of us on here, you know, I listen to your show all the time. Like I said, I usually catch your the repeat, but I listen to every show you have, and I think everybody's fantastic that comes on here. And I love you. I thought your interview with Jennifer was awesome. I love Papa Sal, but many of us on here I've had family murdered that were totally innocent. It was a jealousy thing. I've had a stalker threaten to kill me. Like, there's a lot of that one caller and Papa Sal, you know, him reiterating, people are crazy. Absolutely. And I just don't know. I hope that we find the whole truth in this. That's all.
We definitely need to find the whole truth, because I don't know. I feel like there's like I want to know why did this transpire? What drove? And this is why I'm into true crime, because figuring out what takes somebody or whoever to do whatever they do to take someone's life. Now, exactly. I get self-defense. Right? I'm not even talking about self-defense. I'm just talking premeditation, etc. Like, that's I want to know why people do this. Why do people go and take lives? Like, what drives you to the point where you're saying, yeah, I'm going to go kill people today?
I don't know. It's awful. I feel so bad. I mean, I know in our town, our DA went missing, and he was investigating a major case that ended up breaking even after he went missing. So I always question, is he in protective custody because the case still broke? But who knows? I don't know. I think there were more people with money in this town and power that were involved, or at least know something. Absolutely. And it had to do with, child pedophilia, basically. So, which is unforgivable on every level. So I think that he knew too much. He was asked to stop, supposedly, and he didn't stop investigating, and then he went missing. It was on national news, and so was the whole scandal. So
interesting. What case was that?
Sandusky.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm familiar.
At PSU, yeah.
I'm familiar.
This town has never been the same, and our DA went missing. And before,
I should have known, because 814. I used to go to 814 all the time. My grandma lived in Driftwood, Pennsylvania. Du Bois.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Du Bois, Punxsutawney. That's my old stomping grounds every summer from age 3 all the way up to about 12.
Oh my goodness, yeah. They're not too far from me.
Yeah, I was out there all the time. Like I said, Du Bois, St. Mary's, Emporium, Driftwood, all mountain area.
Yeah, there's a lot of mountains. I'm sitting at my pool, and there's mountains all around me. So
I can hear the birds chirping in the back.
Yeah.
It's probably so beautiful right now.
It is. It's really pretty. Well, I know my time is up, but I just wanted to say thank you for all you do. God bless. I'll keep you in my prayers. And it's okay if people don't agree with my theory. I just feel like where there's smoke, there's fire. And I'm not sure. I hope the truth will come out, but I'm not convinced it will, depending on who's involved. You have a great day.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for having a voice in the community and putting your opinion out there. I appreciate you, and thank you for being so respectful also. God bless you, man.
Absolutely.
Stay safe, and hopefully I hear from you again.
You will. Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Shout out to her from the 814. Shout out to her. Always stomping down. 219-885-9693. I got a couple more calls before I have to go do something. Take care or something. 757 sent from heaven. What's going on?
Hey, Trev.
What's going on, Donna?
Well, I was thinking about your interview with Jennifer, and there was something that I wanted to bring up that kind of went along with something that I've been thinking about. You know, the route that he took home. She was saying that she thought that she didn't believe that the weapon and all the that the police had all that. That she believed that he may have gone and buried it to return to the scene or return to that spot again later on. And that really made sense to me because I can't see him burning the evidence, but I could see him burying the evidence and going back to it. And the fact that he cut off his phone for, I can't remember how many minutes it was, but he had cut off his phone again on that route. What was he doing? I think it was like 30 minutes. What was he doing during that time?
Right.
And that was just really, that really resonated with me. I was like, wait a minute. They were talking about, you know, how desolate things were there. Hopefully, you know, because everybody's talking, well, it doesn't matter if your phone's cut off, you can still find it. And, you know, like, find my phone. Yeah, you know, that happens. So it makes me wonder if they have something, if they have gone somewhere, actually discovered something buried, but, or they're trying to, you know, figure out where he could have gone to do something like that. But it never dawned on me. I was thinking, yeah, you know, he probably threw it in a trash can somewhere, or, you know, I never thought about burying it. I don't know why, but it just made so much sense, that he could go back, because I really believe that he thinks he's more intelligent than your average bear,
Right.
So he would have had opportunity to. I was thinking he was thinking to himself, well, I can always come back. Let me put it here, and that way I can always return. And it's going to be interesting to see if that comes to fruition, if that actually is if they actually did find that stash. Because I think that if he was going to bury anything, he would have buried everything. The knife, the clothing, because clothing and stuff like that's biodegradable. So if it stays there long enough, it'll just decay.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. What do you think of that? I was kind of curious your point to see what you think of that theory that he might have done something like that.
I mean,
do you think he got rid of stuff on that route, or did you think he
like on the way? What on the route home after?
When he took that long ride home after the murder.
Absolutely, 100%. That's always been my thoughts. 1,000%.
You thought he buried it?
You don't keep shit. When you commit a crime to this magnitude, you don't keep anything. Allegedly, I do think he got rid of everything.
Yeah,
had a pair of clothes and swap clothes, etc.
I thought he would have tossed it in a can or something, but I never thought he would bury it. And it just reminds me of a couple other cases that that had happened, and it just makes sense. It made so much sense to me when she said that. I was like, now I wonder if they, when y'all were talking about pinging, if his phone actually pinged in that area.
People are weird trying to. I'm telling you this right now. After that live, I got off and had Athena hide my iPhone, and it pinpointed the direct location to where my iPhone was. I was able to find it. So, I mean, honestly, she was spot on with the pings, and people trying to say, well, pings aren't accurate. Sorry, you're wrong.
Well, I can see that, I use a tracker. It's going to sound funny, but on my spouse's phone, I have a tracker on it because of the type of work she does. And even if she turns off the phone, it still shows me where she's at. To the street, to the house, to the whatever. So I can see that. I can see that would be, that's not far-fetched. And I just do that in the event that she disappears or point where she was at the last time she checked in, or the app picked her up,
I say this all the time, Tree Hugger. Pings help convict people every day. It's a fact. People are trying to throw these pings out the window. I'm sorry, if your phone is pinging at a crime scene at the time of the murders, you're getting cooked and booked.
I think people
especially
think that way
with other evidence.
I think it's because they talk about radius. I think if they didn't talk about radius so much, it only picks up a radius of, evidently that's not really accurate either, if you really think about it, because it jumps from one to the next. So if it's crossing boundaries of one cell phone tower, it's going to go into another boundary of another cell phone tower. See what I mean? So it's never
I think they're, with the technology we have today, the pings are even more accurate. I mean, you just start looking up just start looking up cases that were used with pings, and you'll see.
I'll do that.
And
all
you'll
right, well,
see.
thank you.
Thank you, Donna. I appreciate you calling in. We value your opinion. Lock your doors. Stay safe. Check your sliders. Check your windows. Check your car door. Check your shoes. Make sure they're locked. God bless you, Donna. I love you. Thank you so much.
All right, love you too. Bye-bye.
Shout out to Donna. Wonderful person. 219-885-9693. Make sure you call in. I'm sorry. I meant the cops had the knife. His phone was off at the critical times, though. Good point, KT. Shout out to KT. Good point. That's the thing. As a criminology student, why would he leave his things everywhere? World's dumbest criminals. It does happen. 785, you're live. What's going on?
Well, hi, T-REV. How are you?
I'm good. How about yourself, man?
You know, it ain't easy being me. This is just Jen from Kansas.
What's
hey,
going on, Jen?
I had I believe the footage is real, for one. There's several things I wanted to say, but my main thing was, as far as the house goes, whether you demolish it or not, it'd be nice if it was gone so nobody had to look at it. However, if we refer back to the Parkland shooting, I think it was like 3 to 4 years before he actually went to trial to see whether he'd get life or death, basically. So they had that school building, the actual one, there's several buildings on their premises. They had locked that up for 3 or 4 years. And then the jury did get to walk through it. I mean, and they said the blood was in there, everything was in there just like they left it. So are you telling me that they didn't process that building and that they weren't concerned about anybody getting any chemicals on them or what have you? And they're saying that about this one house with 6 bedrooms compared to a whole, I think it was building 13. It had 4 floors, I think, 3 or 4. I watched the whole trial. But they all walked through it, and they never said a damn thing about any concern for chemicals or blood or what have you. So I just want to know what your opinion is. Nobody ever said anything during the trial about that. They did walk through it. And then after the trial, they demolished it. I mean, so it's just been on my mind for a while. I thought, well, they can't leave a house up for a little while. And they kept that building up in Florida for 3 to 4 years.
Right.
And it was taped off. And that guy, you know, that kid killed 17 people and injured 17 people.
And that's a good question. Like, why would they? I don't know. After reading that document that I pulled up earlier, I don't know if you were here and you seen me pull it up.
I was. Hold on.
Okay. So after reading that, it's like Bill Thompson says in there that the crime scene was what? I'm going to pull it up again right now. I'm going to put it up on screen because he says that the scene was like cleaned up, etc. But how the chemical application create a potential or health hazard. There are some of the reasons that we have concluded that a jury view would not be appropriate. So when I look at that, I'm like,
that's bullshit.
I agree.
I mean, if they can take a jury with the alternates through a school building, I mean, just one building, 9th grade center, actually that particular building was 3 to 4, you know, that guy went, I don't even want to say his name because I'm disgusted with that, but he went up, you know, 1st floor, 2nd floor, 3rd floor, and I believe there's a 4th floor. I might be wrong, but they taped that building off for 3 to 4 years until even though he said he was guilty, for him to go to trial to see if he got life or death, and they walked the jurors through that building. So, and they didn't, and I'm sure they processed that building with chemicals and what have you, what you have to do. And they let those people walk through. And there's 17 dead, you know. It's like, you can't tell me they can't let him go.
He walks if the house is demolished. I see a lot of people saying that in chat. He walks if
who wants the house demolished?
No, I see people in chat saying if the house is demolished, he walks.
Absolutely. I mean, I think, you know, all the videos that you always share with us, and because I don't follow any other creator online, but they give us a good insight to what happened, what's going on. You have proof to basically back it up, or you wouldn't put it up for us to see. I don't know anything about Discord, although I can get in there, but I don't know what to do when I'm in there. So
I did what I said in chat. I said you're next to walk through like I did Papa Sal.
Yeah. I remember, you know, when I first started listening to you, I had started watching YouTube maybe in the summertime or last summer, and then I found your channel, and ever since then, it's pretty much all I watch. And you know what? Papa Sal started watching you about the same damn time. I remember. I do. So, yeah, I'd stay up because it was like late. You were doing like 18-hour days and everything in the beginning of all this.
No doubt. I mean, somebody was on the loose.
Exactly. I remember, I tried to listen whenever I could, and people around here think I'm crazy because I talk about this case. Well, nobody around here, to be honest with you, I live in a very small town, and I ask people about it, and they don't know anything about this case. So then I have to tell them, and then they don't even care about the case. So I'm just like, you know what? It doesn't matter. As long as I care, and other people do in other places, that we all come together, that's what matters.
Right.
About those kids. But yeah, Jennifer Coffindop, that was a very good show. You were so professional. She always is. I enjoyed it. I really did. But yeah, I'm always checking to see if my phone pings. I'm like, okay, is T-REV on yet? But yeah, I just wanted to mention that about the Parkland shooter, the school that they blocked off for, I can't remember if it's 3 or 4 years. All taped. Actually had a fence around the whole thing, around that whole building. And they took the jurors in, and they got to smell, and they got to see, and and I think even a part of that house has been, what they're talking about, just things are missing. I think the part that's left is important, and I do think the jury needs to especially listen, because you know what? If you close your eyes and try to, just listen to things, you can hear a lot. So, I don't know. That's all I had. I just wanted to let you know you had a show with Jennifer, and I appreciate everything you put up for us, and I appreciate everybody in the chat. And, yeah, I want to know why they would let that school building stay like that for 3 to 4 years, and they weren't concerned with chemicals and all that, and I'm just repeating myself again here. But they're so worried about this one house, so I think there's more to it. So, and yeah, anyway. But I just want to say thank you very much for taking my call, and I will talk to you again soon.
Always, Justin. Make sure that you, hold up, let me see. Did you email me already? I want to make sure that I help you get into Discord. I will make sure you get in there. It's very easy, but I
can get in. I can get in. That's not the problem. I don't know what to do when I'm in there.
All right, so you got to connect. All right, so what you got to do, and I'll send you a video on it, is you got to connect your YouTube account that you have your membership on to your Discord account, and it'll let you in.
Okay, wonderful.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I'd like to get in there and see what y'all do. I might really like that.
True crime shows, etc. We
wonderful.
All day long. We hang out all day long in there. It's always active.
Oh, and by the way, my friends around here, because we know everybody in this town, so small, they always make fun of me because I keep my doors locked all the time.
Oh,
they go to just walk right in and like, why do you lock your doors? Like, because, I was raised in Omaha. That's why I lock my doors.
Oh, you're too paranoid and you're too this and that.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, until something bad happens, and that's what we want to prevent. So lock your doors, lock everything. Make sure.
I do, and I have a loaded gun, near my bed. And my girlfriend yesterday, I said, "You got a gun near where you sleep?" She's like, "No, they're in the gun safe." I said, "What is that going to do for you if you have to go to your gun safe if somebody breaks it? You just never know who's where." So, yeah, I want to thank you for pressing that point. But you guys have a good one, and I will let you go so you can talk to somebody else. And I'll try to get into that Discord again.
Thank you, Justin. I'll talk to you soon. If you have trouble, do email me.
Okay. Thanks, T-REV.
Lock your doors. Bye-bye. Who cares if they laugh? Lock your doors. Lock your doors. 219-885-9693. I see the phone lines are blowing up. I see them. The person that did this crime is laughing at everyone now. Is laughing. The person that did this crime, I believe, is behind bars, but that's just my opinion. So, I seen that. Where's it at? Let me look. Fluffles, you sent in. You said Okay, hi. Okay, I circled this. If you look at the footage from the night video and compare it to this video, here during the day, it does not appear there's enough room for cars to be both facing the camera like the truck was that we all watched back out, and also have cars parked like you see here in this video facing the opposite way into the carports. It does not appear to me that there is enough room to have cars parked on both sides and have enough room for a car to still drive through. That's why I struggle with this video. What do you think? I believe it is the area, and this is what she sent. She sent this in. Fluffles did, and she wanted to know about this specific area. But if this is why I think it is, because if you pull this up, I'm gonna get the video right now. Where's it at? Right here. Nope, wrong one. We're gonna play it through here. This is why I think it is, and we're gonna get to that right now. Let's get to the certain part right here. Okay, for instance, let's take this over here and go up to here, right? I know it's a little grainy, bear with me. So this is why I think it's the footage, because if you take it back and you look right here, this same fencing right there, that's why I think it is. Take it up to here, you see damn near the same type of fencing. Look at that, all the way from here all the way to here. So I mean, that's why I think it is the same footage. And you know, that's exactly why I think it is. But I respect that. Thank you, Fluffles, for circling that and sending that in. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. 219-885-9693. Make sure you call in. I just took it off Do Not Disturb, so you're good. In your windows. Gypsy says, F the UOFL being about money. G's motherfuckers. I love that caller, says Danielle. Shout out to her. Just Jen, awesome. Easy E, thank you for coming by. Easy E. Hold on, what time is it? 3:30? Yeah, I'm about to have to go do this. All right, so I have something I need to go do, actually. So I'm glad I caught that. But there's probably going to be a doubleheader tonight. Like I said, have your notification bells on and be ready. Because like I said, there's probably going to be a doubleheader. Also, there's a video dropping, I believe, at 5 p.m. I'm going to look right now just to let you know. I have a video scheduled to drop. Let me go look at that again. Video is scheduled to drop at 5 p.m. my time. I'm sorry, 6 p.m. But you know what? Let's drop it to 5. I'll drop it to 5. Video's dropping at 5 p.m. my time. So in about an hour and a half, I got a video dropping. And I want to thank you guys for coming by today. Thank you. I love you all. I got some work I need to go do real quick. And I will talk to you guys here in a little bit. I love you all. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for everybody who showed love and support. If you want to be part of the panel, make sure you hit me up. I do have some special guests coming soon. We got Brent Kopeka's best friend and his buddy that run a podcast. They're coming up. They want to speak about some things and speak about, you know, Brent being placed and blamed. And we're here to cover that. And that's why I'm bringing Darren by. He's going to be coming up on panel with him and his buddy who run a podcast. Now, I listened to the episode that he put out. He has an episode that he put out, and it was in response to what Drip Drop had dropped about him. So be on the lookout for that. Also, I will catch you guys later. I don't mind doing an open panel. If you want to be part of that, I will be bringing 2 to 3 people up max. 2 to 3 people max that I will be bringing up on panel. If you're interested in that, hit me up in Discord. Email me. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. Now, you know the routine. We let this run right about here.
I count my blessings for days when I was down and losing faith. They made me patient. All I can say is I really would be the same if I
what? We stand together when shit gets tough. I wanna thank everyone for showing me love. The Rev Gang family is something I cherish and love. And I'll smack anyone for fucking with us.
Blessings for the days when I was down and losing faith. They made me patient. All I can say is thank you. I really wouldn't be the same if I ain't gone through all the pain. Look what it made me. All I can say is thank you.
No one give a voice to the voiceless. People get killed for other stupid choices. Standing up for the families that took a loss is something that we find important. Rap game strong, chest up. Little homie, keep your head up. You can be whatever you want. Get rid of the fake and it will add up. All my life I strive for greatness. I manifested my time with patience. People try to copy us, but respect is earned. It's not an obligation. I love the fam and they love me back, and that's why I always have the backs. I give a voice to those people who were never given a chance for them slimy cats. When you come here, you ain't a number to me. I really take time to read what I see. Don't forget to lock your doors, cause there's danger all up in these streets. Y'all really put life into the air that I breathe. I really am thankful for all of my peeps. Your loyalty means a lot to me, so this is a special thank you from me.
Blessings for the days when I was down and losing faith. They made me patient. All I can say is thank you. I really wouldn't be the same if I ain't gone through all the pain. Look what it made me. All I can say is thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I count my blessings for the days when I was down and losing faith. They made me patient. All I can say is thank you. I really wouldn't be the same if I ain't gone through all the pain. Look what it made me. All I can say is thank you.
It wouldn't be the same with none of y'all by my side. You hold me down every day and it makes me strive. I wake up and look forward to doing these lives. A lot of y'all really came and opened up my eyes, and I hope I gave it back because it comes with yours. No matter what they say, I know I opened up them doors. I brought a family together even though shit was rough. They tried to shut us down, but we really shut them up. No matter what, we stand together when shit gets tough. I wanna thank everyone for showing me love. The Rev Gang family is something I cherish and love. And I'll smack anyone for fucking with us.
Blessings for the days when I was down and losing faith. They made me patient. All I can say is thank you. I really wouldn't be the same if I ain't gone through all the pain. Look what it made me. All I can say is thank you.
No one give a voice to the voiceless. People get killed for other stupid choices. Standing up for the families that took a loss is something that we find important. Rap game strong, chest up. Little homie, keep your head up. You can be whatever you want. Get rid of the fake and it will add up. All my life I strive for greatness. I manifested my time with patience. People try to copy us, but respect is earned. It's not an obligation. I love the fam and they love me back, and that's why I always have the backs. I give a voice to those people who were never given a chance for them slimy cats. When you come here, you ain't a number to me. I really take time to read what I see. Don't forget to lock your doors, cause there's danger all up in these streets. Y'all really put life into the air that I breathe. I really am thankful for all of my peeps. Your loyalty means a lot to me, so this is a special thank you from me.
Blessings for the day